reminds you to proceed with viewer discretion. For within the delightful realms of our romantic comedy, hearts will flutter and giggles shall abound. Kosaka hopes you have an absolutely delightful time diving into the whimsical tale of Reincarnated as the Traumatized Princess. I'll just help my flawless sweetheart change the genre. So snuggle up, embrace the sweetness, and let our charming journey begin.
Welcome to Flavored Enemy, Reincarnated as the Traumatized Princess? I'll just help my flawless sweetheart change the genre. Today is a bright and shining sunny day in Kamakura, Japan. It's a small seaside town, about an hour and a half south of Tokyo. And we catch up with a friend of ours. We see Mai sitting on a park bench, finishing up the last bit of a cup of coffee before heading back to get another 6 to 7 hours of work in on the programming for a particular passion project. It's warm and you can smell the vanilla and cinnamon wafting away from the cup. You can hear the sounds of the birds chirping through the trees and the waves crashing up against the rock. And as the wind kind of blows through your hair, Mai, you take a look off into the horizon. You just kind of enjoy this serenity that you get for a short bit of time. Can you go ahead and describe what it is you look like and what it is you're doing?
Yeah. So Maya's got like a little past shoulder length, long dark hair, like kind of a mix between black with a little bit, it's got some little blonde spots in there. She highlighted underneath, kind of like a peekaboo. And just a little over 5 foot, like 5'2", 5'3". And just kind of, as she's looking off, and just kind of closes her eyes for a second as she's lifting her cup up and just enjoying that flavor of her last little bit of her drink as she's getting up and trying to find a trash can to go throw her cup away. Just pulls herself up and starts looking for that and just kind of takes one last look back and starts making her way home, just inspired by the scenery and making a mental note.
So you're enjoying your walk home. It's calm and relaxing and recentering. You've had a pretty stressful and busy, panicked week up until now. But you know, you're looking forward to dinner tonight. You're supposed to be meeting up with some family. Who knows? Maybe they won't give you so much of the cold shoulder for missing the previous family events due to work. And you're looking forward to that. Walking along, you see the cars zipping by, you see the pedestrians that are slightly spackled throughout the city streets as you're making it all the way back to where your car was parked. And you kind of have this thought about whether or not you want to finish up your work at the office or at home. What do you think you'd want to do?
Probably at home might be a little bit more relaxed. She can put on some comfy sweats and a baggy shirt and just kind of do like a messy bun while she works, so that way she's a little more comfortable, can focus. And then that way her family's happy too. At least she'll be at the house instead of away. They'll kind of see her. She'll be focused, but she'll be there.
So you head back to your car. You make sure you got your computer and your notes all stacked up in the boxes in the back, so that way you can work from your office back home. And you hop in your seat and buckle up and start to head out on your drive. Pretty calm, quiet drive. Not a whole lot going on. That is until you receive a phone call through your car, through the hands-free dialer. As you see that it's your brother Leon.
I'll pick up. Hey, Leon, I'm on the way home. Everything okay?
Yeah. Everything's fine. Just you're on your way home?
Yeah, I figured I'd kind of work from home today and hopefully get to see you guys a little bit more often.
I gotta say, sis, it's kind of surprising. I didn't think you'd even make it to dinner, let alone come early.
Well, I mean, I'll be pretty focused, so I'm still gonna be working, and it'll be back to normal tomorrow.
Well, maybe if you get some work done, we can, I don't know, maybe play a little shogi. It's been a while since we played.
Hopefully if I can get everything done. I can't make any promises as far as that one. I'm feeling a bit inspired today, but I can try.
All right, well, drive safe, okay?
I will. I'll see you soon.
Oh, and before I forget, do you have a preference for dessert tonight? I haven't picked out anything yet, so I was gonna head to the market right now.
Nothing overly sweet or too heavy. I don't want to end up being too drowsy today.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll see you soon, okay?
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
As you kind of hang up the phone, hit the button, and continue on your drive, you hear a yawn from your back seat.
I'm gonna quickly glance up in a bit of a panic and look in my rearview mirror.
You see a small, maybe 4'1", maybe, white-haired girl with these white cat ears on, these like big, bright, like slightly light green eyes, and this just like white, like almost t-shirt dress on. She's like sleeping in your back seat, and she kind of looks up.
Oh.
Kind of initially start to slam on the brakes a little bit and realize like how small they are. Just kind of like midway through, just try to. Okay. One question: who are you? As we're pulling over, I'm gonna try to keep my eyes on her and keep looking back up at the rear view and then to the road as I'm pulling over until I can get to a complete stop, and then flip around and just stare.
Okay. Sorry, my mic wasn't coming through for some reason.
A little early for me to tell you. I'm sorry, you weren't supposed to see me yet. Mystic eyes?
I don't know, but I still have the question as to why are you in my car and how did you get in?
I can tell you why Kosaka's in your car, but Kosaka can't tell you Kosaka's name, okay?
Well, all right, Kosaka. Are you needing to go somewhere? Do you need
How
help?
did you know Kosaka's name? Kosaka didn't tell you Kosaka's name.
You just did.
All right, can you hear me now?
Kinda. It's a little quiet, but
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, no, Kasuga, can't really tell you much about Kasuga, but I'm supposed to be here so I can help you when the time comes, but you're not supposed to see me until that time comes.
Well, I do see you, and you were still in my car. Where do you? I am very confused and a little concerned because I don't know who you are, and you are still in my vehicle. Where do you need to go?
Is it
We're,
wrong for me to be in your vehicle?
well, considering I don't know who you are, yes, that's a little bit frowned upon, and we're gonna slowly have our finger going towards the dial button to call.
Well then, Kasuga will fix this. As she jumps out of your window.
Looking out the window, do I see anywhere? Do I see where she went?
No, she's gone. You cannot. There's no proof that she was even there.
All right, we're gonna sit there and just kind of deep breaths for a minute, and just all right. So that was the thing that happened. Gonna drive off kind of quick and try to get home a little quicker, a little bit faster, and still have our hand near the one hand near the dial button, one hand on the steering wheel, and should I? Okay, I'm gonna ask. What do I do about this when I get home?
Yeah, you're kind of just driving home, and you end up parking, right behind your brother's car, and you're sitting there in your car, just kind of waiting for a bit, not really doing anything, just trying to still wrap your head around whatever just happened. What do you think is going through your head right now?
All right. That was weird. What do I do? Who was that? Are they okay? Were they bad? How do you break into someone's car? What did they mean? Not supposed to see them yet. What was planned? Oh.
So you see that your brother ends up coming out and sees you, waves, and goes to grab some more stuff out from the back seat of his car. As you see him, he's a little bit taller. He's about 6 foot, and he's got a very athletic build. This black hair that's shaved tight on the sides but long on the top. It's kind of pulled back with a little bit of an Elvis curl kind of hanging over the forehead. And he kind of smiles at you from the car. You see he's got this very nice warm smile that just makes you kind of just ease up a little bit. And he sees kind of worry on your face, and he kind of cocks his head a little bit, and he signs to you. You okay?
We're gonna shrug our shoulders and just get up, open our door to get up and stand out. And
Mm-hmm.
Hey, the weirdest thing just happened, and I'm still processing. Not quite sure what to do.
Okay.
There was this. I'm not sure if it was a kid or they were just maybe short, but they had these cat ears on. They were in my back seat. While I was driving, I heard them yawn, and I tried to figure it out. I don't know how they got in my car to begin with, but they said I wasn't supposed to see them yet. They might not have been completely there. I don't know if they were crazy or if I'm just going crazy from maybe need some sleep. But then they jumped out, and I didn't see where they went, but I figured it best not to stick around there. They didn't say they were in any kind of trouble, but it kind of seemed like they had a plan for something, and I'm still okay. I'm calmer than I was, but it was still weird.
I understand that would be really upsetting. You want to make sure to ask this first. You sure you're not just overworked and stressed? And, Need a nap? Maybe some water?
Maybe. Maybe yes, maybe no. I'm not quite sure. Like I said, it was kind of odd. It
Well,
looked a bit realistic.
well, I don't think anyone would fall for hallucinations if they weren't realistic, right?
Fair enough. Maybe I do need sleep, but yeah.
Why don't you head inside, get some water, and take a seat for a minute? I'm not saying you need a nap because I know how important your work is to you, but I'm sure, I'm sure, I'm sure the ones and zeros can wait for 5 minutes.
Yeah, I wouldn't sleep right away anyway, but definitely maybe some cold water on the face and something to drink.
Well, head inside. I'm gonna start work on the roe cake right now.
All right, and she'll make our way inside and kind of think about. Well, I suppose thinking to herself, inspiration can come from the ears were cute. Maybe I need to do something about the ears. I mean, there's got to be something productive to gain from this that I can use.
So you head inside, sit your stuff down. You get yourself a cup of cold water and splash some more cold water on your face, and take a seat down. And you're sitting there relaxing, and you see your family working in the kitchen all together. You want to go ahead and describe your family for us?
Yeah, we got Grandpa and Grandma in there. Grandma's a little bit on the shorter side, a little bit shorter than us, and hair white, and she's got the like flowery pattern on, and just kind of smile looking at her. And then Grandpa looking a bit like Leon, but older, with kind of like the peppered hair look. Some overalls with a button-up shirt underneath, and kind of something that's always puzzled her a little bit, but hey, buttons with overalls, buttons on top of buttons. If it's what he's comfortable in, then if he's happy, then yay.
Okay. And you see that they're all kind of just, working together and getting the dinner all set as Grandpa kind of comes over to you and Leon was telling me that you weren't feeling too well. Do you want to go and maybe sit down, take a nap? I know you're sitting now, but maybe a lay down ought to help.
I think maybe later. There's still some things I want to do, but maybe calm myself down for just a second and think of some ideas instead of staring at the screen just yet. But I guess getting some of the thoughts and ideas lined out in my head might not be a bad idea.
Yes. And if you like, I can bring you some ginseng and some green tea. It ought to help relax your nerves a bit. Does that sound good?
That sounds wonderful, Grandpa. Nice warm tea always calms the mind.
Go in. Your bedroom's all set, and you can go ahead and have a lay down in there. I'll bring the tea in.
Thank you. Just give him a hug.
Of course. As he heads over and starts working on your tea, and you head over towards the room that it's set for you. What do you think it looks like? Describe what it looks like for us.
Pretty plain, some plain like light sheets and nothing too extravagant or colorful, but some anime posters on the wall, which would kind of not fit the rest of the vibe of the room. Everything else looks like you could definitely tell a lot of work. Crumpled papers, got some pencils and little mini coffees, instant coffees ready to go next to her desk with a big stack of notebooks, little computer.
Okay. So, kind of head into and have a sit down on your bed and lay down. Your grandpa kind of brings in the tea and sits at your bedside. So you you going to get some sleep? Or do you need me to plug in your computer? Does it need a charge?
That's all right. I can get it plugged in. I'm probably going to be up for a while still. I think some sleep later definitely would be needed, but not quite yet.
Okay. Say, my,
Yes?
you know, I know that you often live your life leaving that, jigo tiku, the self-work and self-profit. And you get what you give, but you do know to make sure to take it easy every once in a while. Yeah.
I suppose that is, it's something I find my happiness in. I just want to make sure I accomplish all I set out to. I want to make something that you and Grandma and Leon can all be proud of. That also is something I can be proud of myself.
That makes sense. I just worry about you, Mai.
Well, stand up and go over and kind of just give him a big old hug, and I promise, Grandpa, I'm doing all right. But how are you and Grandma doing? I know I've been preoccupied and busy a lot, but I do worry about you all as well. Want you to be okay.
You've been doing all right. Everything's been so busy, and Leon's been doing very good keeping care of us. But I just worry. Your grandmother and I haven't been up to the shrine in quite some time, and I'm worried it may be overgrown. And Leon already has so much on his plate that I can't in good honest consciousness ask him to go up and check on it.
Well, I could bring my notebooks with me and go up there, and I can make sure it's cleaned up and kind of sit there and do some reflection a bit and for some inspiration and kind of write some things out.
Would you do that for me, Mai?
Of course, it wouldn't be any problem at all. And I think it's kind of peaceful. Maybe I can get a lot done, and at the same time, if it's a help to you, I would be more than happy to.
I'd appreciate it, Mai. Thank you very much. But make sure that you don't overwork yourself.
Kind of a peepish grin, like, I'll do my best.
So he kind of pats you on the shoulder and smiles warmly and heads back out to help out with the cooking. He kind of leaves you in there with your notes and your tea. And what do you do?
We're gonna open up one of our books and kind of open up the laptop at the same time and take a sip of our tea and wait for everything to start booting up. And while we're waiting for it all to load up, just kind of make a note to find someone who can kind of draw out something similar to the girl in the car and the scenery and how ways she can program it in, and get to work seeing if there's any errors or anything while she's waiting for dinner. And make sure that the charger's plugged in completely because she doesn't want to head up to the shrine with a half-dead battery and lose all of her work.
You managed to hammer out a good deal of work. You still got a whiles to go before you're done with this section, but you're pretty happy with it when you hear Leon call out from the kitchen. Hey, my dinner's ready.
Kind of yell up, all right, I'll be right down, and do a quick double save on everything because we're extra nervous, and leave our cup there, close up the notebook, and kind of just big stretch, one arm up over the head, and head on out.
So you go and you sit down at dinner with your family. You see that it's a pretty decent spread. Looks like they went all out for your dinner. You can see that there's fresh bowl miso soup in front of you. There's nikujaga and omorise, even shogiyaki, all spread out there, and you kind of just sink away into the company of your family and of dinner, and you chit chat back and forth with everybody. You see your grandmother kind of looks over at you and says, "Oh, dearie, anything exciting going on in your life right now?"
Nothing too crazy, same. Just been preoccupied and busy a bit, but I did see a wonderful view today.
Oh,
Enjoyed a nice cup of tea.
Where was this wonderful view?
Or coffee. It was a little bit of a drive away. It was just, oh gosh. Outside, close to town a little bit, kind of close to the coffee shop.
Oh, okay. Well, sounds lovely. And, Leon, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm doing good, grandmother. I'm been staying busy and making sure to do as much as I can around the home, but work is being pretty tough right now, so. But we find a way to make it work, don't we, Mai?
Always do. There's always a way.
Well, I'm sure glad to have such resilient young people as you in our family.
Well, we learn from the best and look at Grandma and Grandpa and give them a loving smile. You definitely took very good care of us and taught us a lot and continues to teach us.
Well, we do the best we can, Mai. It's all any of us can do.
Yeah.
Well, Grandfather was telling me, Mai, that you're gonna go take a look up at the shrine. I can take care of dishes if you want to head out.
Yeah, I can do that. Carry that in there. I'm gonna grab some of my things. I'm gonna make sure my computer's charged up and grab some of my books too. So while I'm up there, I can do some things. Is there anything that I need particularly for up there? Do we have any shears for the overgrown plants or anything to shine?
Oh, well, you can use the little. There's a little shed up by the shrine that should have some gardening tools in it, I think.
All right. Yeah, I suppose I should head out before I get my mind a little too wrapped up, but at least help you carry some of those dishes in there before I head up and give Grandma and Grandpa a hug and at least help bring the dishes into the kitchen before we head to our room.
Well, thank you, Mai.
Of course, anytime.
As you kind of finish up and head to your room to grab your stuff before heading out to the shrine, are you doing anything else in particular before you leave?
We're still kind of thinking of the encounter in the car. Not quite as racy or concerned anymore. Just hoping that whoever that was, if they were okay, and or at least if it was a hallucination, that it doesn't happen again.
Okay.
What could have caused that?
Okay. So you head up and start thinking about this. And are you what are you doing on your walk up? Are you just kind of absent-mindedly walking, or are you kind of focused, or
Focused on so much as wanting to make a to-do list in ahead of where we left off with work, how we can still incorporate everything, making sure we go through the checklist in our head, and remembering to go to the shed first and work. Kind of note to set the bag down in there, and still thinking, why couldn't be that tired? Could I to see something like that, or who just jumps out a window?
you kind of start walking up, and you start to see the shrine up in the distance. This really beautiful stone shrine, and you see that it's architecturally very interesting. Supposedly it was built by your great-grandfather by hand, and engraved into it are the words symbolizing what your great-grandfather deemed to be the elements of the cosmos. You know, it talks about fire and cold and lightning and thunder. He throws an acid in there for some reason, and you're kind of confused about that every time you see it. But it's very beautiful, architecturally speaking. And as you kind of get up to it, you see that it's kind of overgrown around the base with weeds and such, and you see that there's moss that's covering the pedestal that's at the base of the shrine, and it's in need of a power washing, you would guess.
My grandpa really wasn't kidding. It is a bit overgrown, and yeah, I think the moss it's pretty, but not here. Go feel our hands over the inscription, try to pull what weeds we can away with our hands, and then go in and go into the shed to see if we can find some shears to cut away the rest.
Okay.
And set our bag down.
And you kind of head off the shed, grab the shears, and are on your way back when you see a white-haired, white cat-eared girl sitting on top of the shrine with a fishing pole in the pond behind the shrine.
I'm thinking catfish tonight.
I'm thinking, would you mind getting down, and what are you doing back here again? Or just kind of rub our eyes and look back up.
Kosaka again. I'm confused. Is my magic wearing off?
Wait. Magic? Alright, maybe you are a hallucination. Maybe I do need a nap. There's...
Thinks that since you can already see Kosaka, it's okay. And, you already saw Kosaka once. So, are you hungry?
They're just kind of rubbing the spot between our eyes. I'm I've already eaten dinner, thank you. Can you please get down? That's the shrine.
It's a seat. I'm sorry.
Kosuka hops down, and you see that the fishing pole just completely dematerializes as she jumps down.
Well, Kosuka doesn't really know what to do since you can see Kosuka. Maybe Kosuka should go talk to the master? That seems like probably the right choice.
Just wanting this whole weird hallucination to be over. Yeah, Kosuka, that might be yeah, maybe you should hurry along, and I need to clean this up, and you go talk to them, and come I need a nap if you don't mind.
Do you want Kosuka to help you clean it? Kosuka's good at cleaning.
That's quite all right. It sounds like you might have something important to discuss.
Yeah. Kosuka probably should go. Well, I'll see you later.
Internally, just oh no.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
As she just disappears with the swish of her tail, and it kind of waves across her as she disappears, and it's just nothing but just the tail, and then poof, it's gone like a puff of smoke.
All right, I need to hurry this along. I need to write this down, but I need to get this clean. I'm freaking out. It's not going to help. But she had a tail.
As you're cleaning that up, right, you feel a buzz from your work phone on your back.
Oh, very, very, very welcome distraction. Pull it out and check.
As you see that it is the project lead for the project that you're currently working on.
All right. Is it a message or a phone call?
It is a phone call.
All right. Yeah, we'll pick it up. Hey. Is there
Hi.
any new updates?
Yes. Are you free, like, in the next hour?
I was helping with something at home, but if I hurried along, I can try to be over that way as soon as I'm done here. If it's urgent, I can hurry it along and just come back later.
Mr. Satoru wants to see it. As he name drops the CEO of Nintendo right there.
I'll be right there.
So you look back and you see that the moss and everything is overgrown, and it still hasn't been fully finished yet. What do you do?
We're gonna kind of scrambly pick everything up. We're kind of at that where our mind has completely went in a different direction. We're all right, I can just come back after work. This is big. This is huge. I need to. Oh, it's gonna be a long day. I need more coffee and maybe a tea. Maybe a nice warm tea or iced tea. I need to be awake for this.
You kind of scoop all your stuff up and head back, and you manage to get all your stuff into the car. And you see through the window, you see your family inside. Do you do anything before you head out?
Yeah, we're just gonna kind of hurriedly scramble inside and try to. Hey, Leon, we'll leave a
Yeah.
note.
You okay? Mai?
Yeah, I got something really important that came up. I got a little bit done on the shrine. I'm gonna come back in a little while and finish it up and grab something cold to drink.
Hey, it's okay. I get it. All right.
Thank you.
Here, as he reaches in the fridge and grabs a banana drink from the fridge, shakes it, and hands it to you for the road.
Thank you. You really are a really good. You're the best brother.
Hey, I try. Now get out there.
We're gonna kind of excitedly, like, we are like almost full on sprinting to the car with the drink.
So you head in the car and you start the car and you back out and you start driving like as fast as you can comfortably go without potentially causing yourself more issues or more delays. What's going through your head as you're driving back there?
This day is really turning around. It started good. Weird little middle spot there, but this is good. This is great. Oh gosh. Oh, what if he doesn't like it? Oh man. This is huge though. That's good. If he, I really hope he likes it.
You manage to zip in. You manage to find a spot parked on the road where you just have to park real quick and cross the street and get over to the building. You're just on time. You've got about 15 more minutes before, and if there are any other distractions, you might be late. But if you just sprint, you can make it there right now. You kind of scoop up your things and like, what do you do?
Yeah, we're gonna make sure we have everything secured on us, and kind of as we're gonna start sprinting, but as we're sprinting, we're gonna kind of try to make sure our hair's straight.
Mhm.
Sure, it's not too messed up or anything. No dirt on us, and just kind of as we're running, try to make sure we're all brushed off.
As you just immediately feel your entire body just light on fire as you get smacked in the side by a Nissan truck as you go skittering across the ground.
God damn it. That's the 8th protagonist this month that I've hit. Oh, my boss is going to have a field day.
As you feel this warmth all over you and this heat from deep within your bones. You see your computer scattered and broken throughout the street as you see this Nissan truck pulling away. And what are you thinking as this is going on? As you're dying right now, looking at the Nintendo logo on the building.
This was just great. Ow, ow, ow. This is. I did not need this delay today. I'm glad I saved at least. Maybe he won't be too mad. At least it wasn't a hallucination again.
As you're sitting there fading out and fading away. You see a swirl of color as you hear. Your color kind of takes over your sight. You're not able to make out anything else in particular visually, but what you hear is
So I was maybe like 20 minutes too early. I was really hoping to be here. See? But I told you.
as you hear another voice as even that starts to fade away.
I told you that this is gonna be a good one.
Yes, you did. Now, you said something before? You could be seen?
Yeah, for some reason she could see Kosaka, and I didn't understand why.
Interesting. Well, I suppose there will be time to figure that out later. Do you think this
Really
one's still
painful.
alive?
mouth's still kind of moving a little bit.
Oh dear. Do you think we should go over there or let
Oh,
it be?
well, if you want, Kosaka can help.
With what?
She draws a giant bow and arrow from her back and pulls the string back.
I
Right.
don't think that would be a very good idea. I don't
Oh,
need someone else dying too soon.
okay. Well, just tell Kosaka what to do.
Tell you what, go on back to our realm and make sure the tea is ready.
Can do that.
As
Is
she
it-
disappears on the spot, and your vision is completely shot, and your ears are fading away as you feel that same hot warmth just turn into this chilling ice cold. And you slowly fade away. You feel your body sink into the floor, and something from deep within you rise up above the clouds. You find yourself in a beautiful garden outside a small cottage with a patio and a table set for tea for three. You can also see Kosaka over there pouring tea into teapots. And, dear doll, could you describe what it is you look like?
At this current moment, I have my long chocolate brown hair tied back in a loose, messy bun, and I'm wearing pink and orange robes with a bright flower pattern across it. And I'm simply sitting there, examining the nearby rose bushes, waiting for our lovely guest to come and join us.
Oh, you see all this, and what do you do?
We're just kind of. I thought I was seeing things before. This is definitely entirely new. Take a look around, and I think seeing a somewhat familiar face, even though it's a little startling, and just you make our way over. You weren't kidding. You said you'd see me again. Why? What is happening? Can you please tell me now?
Yeah. I mean, hi, Mai. It's good to see you. I'm sorry you're dead. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. Sorry.
But no. I cannot be dead. Just finger up. You got to be kidding. I was on my way to something very important. I cannot be dead.
Takes like 3 steps backwards into the cottage to go get cakes.
Hello, dear. I'm afraid she speaks the truth.
All right. Get, what do you mean?
You died, and this is you after. Come, have a seat. We can discuss this further.
I well, okay. I just sit down. Just discuss it further. I was doing. I was on my way somewhere. This is not where I was. I must have fallen asleep.
There. Take a deep breath. While indeed you were on your way somewhere else, you are now here. That is now the past, and those worries and responsibilities are no longer yours. As tragic as that may be, this is your new reality.
Oh, I I don't understand. I mean, I guess There's a lot to do. I can't really be. Oh,
It is true, dear Mai. You have passed from that mortal realm into this. I wouldn't say immortal. This immaterial. No. Here, let's just say you've passed here. And here is not but a stepping stone for you. So, dear Mai, you like tea, yes?
I love tea.
Fantastic. Then here, have some lovely jasmine. It should help calm your nerves.
Alright, well, I guess until this passes, or at least until I can wrap my head around things, I just kind of pick it up and kind of skeptically, will sniff it and sniff the tea.
It's quite alright, dear. I haven't poisoned you.
I suppose at this point, poison really isn't much of a concern anymore, no?
Not at this juncture, no, but at the next one, yes.
Oh. That's concerning. I'll take a sip of our tea.
Fear not, dear Mai. Now, you do recall, not just a moment before, I said that this was only a stepping stone.
That you did, kind of an in-between.
Mm-hmm. Now, are you familiar with reincarnation?
I mean, kind of. I've seen something similar to it on TV, in a way.
Well, you see, that's what this is, in a sense. You have an opportunity to lead a new, beautiful life.
To where exactly?
I got the cakes.
Thank you, little one.
Can Kosuka sit and join too? Mai's like Kosuka's friend now, because Mai could see Kosuka.
Yes, of course. Dear one, you can join us. Just please remember, try not to interrupt too often, okay?
Yeah, Kosuka only talk when Kosuka talk to.
Thank you, dear.
She kind of grabs a seat, kicks her legs, and starts sipping tea and munching a cake.
My dear child of the countryside, your heart beats with the rhythm of hidden magic, waiting to be unleashed. For in the depths of your imagination, you have woven tales of heroes and legends, crafting a game that transcends the boundaries of this mundane world. Well, that mundane world, this one's a little less mundane. Anywho, through the glow of your computer screen, you have glimpsed the wonders of other realms, the fantastical worlds where dreams come to life. And now, I come bearing news that your own journey shall soon begin anew in a realm known as Vittore. For within the tapestry of this new world, the threads of wizardry and arcane arts intertwine, beckoning you to wield the power. It is a realm where your game shall become reality, and you, dear Mai, shall stand at the center of an extraordinary adventure. For the codes you have written, the stories you have crafted, they shall be your guide as you step into the shoes of a sorcerous soul. Magic shall flow through your veins, and the realms of fantasy shall be your playground. Prepare yourself, for the path ahead shall be filled with challenges and wonders beyond your wildest dreams. Embrace the destiny that awaits you, dear one, for you possess the ability to shape the very fabric of this new world. Dear Mai, let the echoes of your creation guide you as your journey in Vittore unfolds. Step forth, and may your every spell cast be a testament to the boundless power of your imagination.
So I get to live it.
Why, yes, of course. That's that's exactly it. that you have done, all that you have created, before you now is the opportunity to be all that you have created. You have great potential within you.
Well, I gotta say that is a comfort, something I've somewhat familiar and exciting, a sense of adventure that I worked on creating. I get to almost like I guess, experience the game itself.
Indeed. However, I must warn you, what you are stepping into is no game. It is your new reality, your new life. Should you die there is no respawn. There is no stepping away from your screens and updating the code.
Hmm. Well, I suppose that would be the hardest difficulty setting of all, no restarting.
That is correct. Now, while that is something to keep in mind, it's not all hardships and trials. Why, there's potential for so much greatness. I mean, you could make new friends, find new things, create new things, fall in love, and if I have anything to say of it, there will be plenty of opportunities for that. Or if falling in love isn't necessarily your cup of tea, we could find other things that you love that we could pursue. Or rather, you pursue and I guide you, but I'm getting ahead of myself here.
I, well, I mean, creating something would be amazing. The adventure itself is intriguing. I'm still trying to I guess, process it, and I'll have to figure it out as I go.
What better way to learn things?
Uh, So, I was really seeing everything. Sh How did she get in my car? I know that might not be an important question, but I'm still. I guess in the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter much now.
Kosuke's a magic girl. Kosuke can kind of teleport whenever needed.
I not really quite understanding it just yet. Just kind of nodding. I, I suppose.
Try not to overthink it too much, dear one. Now, dear sweet Mai, are you ready for the next stage in your journey?
I think maybe as ready as I can be for now. I until things happen. I suppose I'll have questions and be a bit curious, but
Of course. Now, keep in mind, dear one, that while you are on these travels, these journeys of marvel and mystery and splendor, you won't be alone. At least not the whole time. And you find those amongst you who are capable of providing answers to the questions that you seek, and of course will likely pose new questions of their own. And should they not be able to help answer these for you, you're always welcome to call upon me at any of my temples that you may encounter. Did I introduce myself, by the way? I don't think I did.
I'm so sorry. I suppose in the initial panic, I forgot to ask. How rude of me.
Nonsense, nonsense. How rude of me to have not introduced myself. You see, I am the doll, the god of love and beauty, and so much more. And I am happy to help send you on your way to this new realm, this realm of Vittore, and such wonderful adventures. However, before I do have a parting gift for you. I can offer you a wish. Keep in mind, however, that it does have its limitations. And they're the standard ones, of course. No wishing for more wishes, no. Well, I mean, I can kill some people, but not this way. I can't kill people for you. I can't bring back from the dead. And I will not force anyone to fall in love with another person because why, children? Consent is key. So, what'll it be?
Deanna, if you're talking, it's not
Oh.
coming through.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yep, can hear you now.
Okay. I suppose I wish for some help for Leon and making sure that Grandma and Grandpa are okay, since I won't be there. I regret not helping them out more.
Oh, I see. I suppose I should have been a little more clear. While that is very kind and generous of you, I'm unable to provide assistance back in your realm. You see, while I can make myself known there, my capabilities are quite limited. I don't have that kind of power. I'm so sorry.
Um, well, outside of that, I'm not too sure. Will I remember anything going into this new place?
Well, that is entirely possible. Um, Based on the life you've led and the potential before you, I would say yes. I do believe you will remember things. Most of them at least.
I, hmm, I, a wish. Well, hmm. I don't really, I can't really think of much at the moment unless it'd be possible for Kosaka here to come with me. I guess somewhat familiar your face, even as startling as I was at first seeing Kosaka.
Oh, now there's an idea.
That would be so much fun.
Are you sure, Kosaka?
Oh yeah, Kosaka really wants to do it.
Well, if you're willing, and if you have the patience, dear Mai, for Kosaka. She can be a little wild at times.
I think if this is really a brand new beginning, it'd be a very welcome change.
Well, I suppose that settles it then. Well then, dear Mai, may I present to you your very own travel guide, the small, adorable, and incredibly helpful Kosaka.
That's me.
Now, Kosaka, I do still expect you to check in from time to time, okay?
Kosaka would dream of not abandoning Kosaka's dude. No, that was a double negative. Kosaka would dream of not abandoning Kosaka's duties.
Splendid, splendid. Well, then there's only one more to do before we make it official. I do have a nice little lemon cake here. It's not super sweet. I'm trying this thing where I make cakes a little on the sour side. So, if you would each help yourselves to a little piece, and we will seal things and make it official.
Ooh, cake.
I think that sounds absolutely lovely.
Fantastic. Eat up now. Eat up.
Kind of take a bite of it and... Oh, you're right. Not overly sweet. Quite delicious, thank you.
Oh, splendid, splendid.
It is really good.
I'll have to be sure to send some the next time we meet. I suppose. Oh dear. I guess that's it, isn't it? Well, dear Mai, any last minute thing for me before I send you on your way?
I guess, I mean, I know I can't wish for anything for them, but will my family be okay?
Indeed they will, dear one. Indeed they will.
Kosaka has one thing Kosaka could say.
Yes, what is it?
Well, Kosaka's really good at recognizing when love's about to happen. That's why Kosaka's a writer for the doll. But Kosaka wanted to let you know that Leon found a special someone 2 days ago. And if Kosaka knows anything about love, Kosaka thinks that those two will be really happy and be able to take care of Grandma and Grandpa.
I wish I would have asked him about it, but I'm glad he'll have someone there for him.
You see, dear one, it will always work out in the end. Now, off with you. Go, go. Kosaka, I'm sure you know the way.
Wait, Kosaka.
Alright,
I forgot where this one was starting. Oh. Okay, well, as ready as we'll ever be.
Alright, good luck. Farewell, safe travels and all that. Goodbye, goodbye.
As the two of you turn into lemons
Oh.
and fall through the clouds. With that, we will take a short break while we finalize your character. So be back at the hour.
Alrighty.
Positively marvelous. Splendid, splendid. Kosaka, well done, well done.
Discord can't handle that voice.
No, it can't.
Oh, it's alright. I'm pretty sure my throat can't handle that voice for very long.
Well, now you have reason to do it more.
Yay! More Kosaka. With what we all wanted.
You know what? Kosaka is still a million times better than Paimon.
Okay. So do you want to come take a look and see what I got?
Yeah, absolutely. Hit that mic button. I'll be right over.
Mm-hmm. Alright. I'm back. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. So, first things first, I'm going to drop your character art. Very exciting times. And this includes your name. Did you see that all right?
Yeah, I see it.
All right. And I will also drop the campaign link so you can go grab the unclaimed character. And you can take a look.
Oh dear. Make me log in.
And for your knowledge, that's pronounced Althea Dryok.
Althea Drow. Ooh. Alright, let me open it.
Yeah, take some time to familiarize yourself. I already bet that Ty is snooping. Am I right, Ty? Are you snooping?
Yeah, I had to get it loaded up. It took a minute to log in.
Althea is a Mon Teminar, which is a race that's native to Vittore. I will give you some kind of cliff notes for the Mon Teminar while. So the Mon Teminar are mystics and diviners, so they are naturally weaker than most other races. So they get a strength decrease of 1, but their wisdom and charisma both increase by 2. They also have they can cast the augury spell once weekly as a cantrip with no components. They can also communicate telepathically, And they have a third eye, like a not a literal third eye, but like a metaphysical third eye that allows them to read the minds of any creature they are currently perceiving visually as per the detect thought spell. No action required. Here is this. I'll give you a little clip notes there that you can grab at any point. I'll DM it to you too.
Alright.
Okay. Let me know when you feel like you've familiarized yourself well enough with it.
I think it might be take me a little bit as I go, but I do have it on the app, so.
Okay. Alright, well, we'll get started in about 5 minutes, okay? Alright, so time to get back into Kosaka voice. And try not to break my mic again. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you find yourself sitting upright, your head breaks through a slimy, viscous material. You bolt upright in this dark room. You feel like you were laying in Vaseline, covered all the way up through your nose. As you burst forward from it, you look around and you see several platforms similar to the one that you are laying on in this very dimly lit dark room with stone floors, walls, and ceilings. This very faint blue light. You see Kosaka just off to the side, standing there, looking around.
Kosaka doesn't like this place, Mai. It's a bit creepy here.
Your mic's coming in garbled again.
Do I remember her?
You do. All of your memories are right there. You don't have any other memories that you can think of.
Alright, yeah, I really don't like this place either. We should try to, I guess, find a way out.
And probably find you some clothes, too. Kosaka, go take a look.
As you realize that the body that you're in is laying in this viscous, slimy fluid, like some kind of like gel, like bath thing. As Kosaka comes running along with a towel and a set of white robes and a white hat.
Kosaka found these. I hope this works. It looks like they're your size.
I'm sure that would do wonderfully, and just kind of trying to wipe it away what I can here. Ow. It's way different.
Well, you look to be about the same height. At least Kosaka thinks.
Yeah, I suppose the rest of the appearance is going to take some getting used to, though. But did you find a way? Let's start looking for a way out, and I guess let me change real quick and wipe away whatever this is. Wonder where we are.
Thinks that you should probably go and check that workbench over there out. It'd probably give you some answers.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. I'll go over and check that out. Just be careful, okay? I don't know where we are.
Be okay.
As you kind of stand up and you straighten out, and you see your long white hair kind of fall just to about your midsection. You are very thin and dainty, and this large wizard's hat just kind of sits on top of your head, almost as tall as you are, if it were sitting upright. And this white wizard's robe is very, very form-fitting, and bejeweled with chains and lockets and talismans of some kind. As you kind of get to your feet and kind of find your balance in the boots that were brought to you. You take a look around and you see that there's, like Kosika said, there's this workbench in the center of all these platforms. There is a person. At least you thought it was a person until you got a little bit closer. As you see a completely decomposed skeleton with its hands resting at its temples, like it's holding its head up with its forearms, staring down at the workbook on the workbench itself. The workbench is cluttered with a large wooden staff, several books and manuscripts and jars filled with weird materials that you're not able to make out exactly what they are. But the thing that catches your eye is the book. The book that the skeleton is staring at.
Okay. I'm just kind of trying to avoid touching the skeleton. We'll kind of just try to reach and grab the book a little slowly and slide it back towards us.
You can look, and you're not able to ascertain exactly why you can read it, because you can tell it's not English and it's not Japanese. But you can read it as you take a look and see that it's open up to a spell called body transference. You're not even able to understand exactly why you know it's a spell. For some reason, that just feels like what this is. It's ingrained into you. And it's pretty complicated, but the sections that detail it say that it's supposed to be able to transfer the consciousness of one being into a grown body.
Well, that's a little odd. But I suppose that could come in handy or be very, very bad depending on the situation. I'll look around, see if there's any clues as to where I might be.
Yeah, so you see that book with that spell in it is a pretty thick looking book. It's got a whole bunch of other pages besides the one it was open to. You see that staff there that's also piqued your interest, that's resting on the workbench. You take a look around and you see that there is this weird looking engraving that's glowing a light blue color on the southern wall. You're also not quite sure why you know that's the southern wall. You can't see the sun, and you don't know how navigation works wherever you are. But for some reason, that just feels right. Same as the reason why you knew it was a spell you were looking at. In addition, you also, for some reason, know that the ring and the bracers that are on this skeleton are important. As you hear Kosika in the background just munching on some pistachios.
All right. I'll go ahead and grab those bracers and that staff and book. Well, I mean, I guess this will definitely come in handy. I know before we were. I was told we were in. I guess a general idea of where we were with Foray. All right. I guess we start by getting out of here. If you're, are you okay with your snack?
Yeah, Kosaga's good with this snack.
All right. Well, let's get out of here. The vibe is just kind of. I mean, as cool as this all is, it just. I don't suppose this would be a good place to linger too long.
Agrees. Oh, but Kosaga did find something that might be useful.
So did I. What did you find?
Here.
And she kind of flies over and she holds out this this looks like this shoulder bag, kind of hangs over one shoulder to drape to the other hip, and it looks like a messenger tote bag that's leather bound, pretty expertly and beautifully stitched, with a brass buckle in the center.
Definitely a good find, Kosaka.
It's
This-
enchanted too.
Oh.
This is called, in our world, it's called a bag of holding. So you can put all kinds of stuff in there. No need to worry about whether or not it'll fit.
Well, it definitely gives me somewhere to put the book I found over there.
Oh, you found a book?
I did. I found a few things. I found the. I'm gonna show her the bracers, the book, and the little staff. I found these.
Oh. So I guess Althea really is dead then.
Oh. Oh.
This used to be a home to a wizard named Althea. And, well, I was hoping that maybe she was still alive, but seems like she's not.
And she kind of looks over at the skeleton.
Which is really bad, because she kept a lot of peace. A lot of people were really scared of her, and that stopped a lot of the kingdoms of Wolate-Kesk from fighting. Oh, and that reminds me, now that you look like Althea, they'll probably think that you're her.
That's definitely going to be complicated, but I guess that's something to do. I mean, I'm sorry she passed. But it seemed like she had something very important she was doing, so if I can keep the peace now, I definitely don't want there to be an empty spot somewhere.
Well, I suppose that just makes you Althea now, huh?
Well, in a way, I wouldn't say I quite. Well, maybe. I mean, that's a little confusing, but
I mean, it'll help keep the peace, and you won't have to do any of that confusing explaining. And I'm sure Althea wouldn't mind. I mean, obviously, her clone spell worked perfectly. She just couldn't get her consciousness in, so...
well, since you, yeah, I guess that'll be what we do then.
I did see Althea open this door, so I don't know how it opens, but I do know it's a door.
As she points over to the weird blue runes on the wall.
All right. Kind of inspect the rooms a little bit. Would I know how she opened them?
Why don't you go ahead and give me an Arcana check?
All right. Oh, nice.
First roll.
Arcana. There we go. 27.
So you know that this wall is meant to keep out lesser mages. and to make sure that only the really wise are able to pass through. There is a consciousness that sort of pushes back against other consciousnesses as they enter. So you know that you could pass through the wall as if it were solid air with the casting of mind blank upon yourself.
All right. I'll cast. So I would have to cast mind blank.
Yeah, you would have to cast mind blank upon yourself in order to be able to pass through the wall.
All right. I will go ahead and do that then. Let me go over to my shield.
You want to describe how you trying to understand how this works and how your casting of mind blank looks?
I would have to think on it, but I would kind of touch my head a little bit as I'm trying to figure out the casting of it. And as I figure it out, or trying to figure it out, and start to walk through and just kind of envision it working.
You feel that sort of wave of calm pass over your head as your consciousness comes to a clear cleanness. And as that happens, you feel light as a feather. As you hear,
Did it work?
I think so. Can you teleport out or?
Yeah, well, I am bound to you, so as soon as you're over there, I can follow.
All right. Well, yeah, I think it worked. Now I just walk on through.
you pass through the door and fade to the other side as you see this long stone hallway, intricately patterned with brick, as Kosaka hops next to you, still eating pistachios.
Well, we're out of the heart of the dungeon. Now we just need to make it the rest of the way out.
Well, one step at a time, I suppose. One foot in front of the other and being vigilant.
Yeah. Kosaka's gonna just, float over the ground in case there's, like, booby traps.
Oh yeah, definitely wouldn't want to trigger one of those and kind of look down really quick and like, oh.
As you take a look and you see that it looks to be a clear shot, about 40 feet straight, and another set of double doors at the end of it. No twists and turns, no nothing like that. Just 40 feet of hallway, about 10 feet wide and 10 feet tall, and the double doors on the other side. What do you do?
Kind of scanning the ground and looking at the walls and looking up as we walk, just kind of try to make our way there. Do I see anything that sticks out or?
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and give me a investigation check or perception, your choice.
You said investigation or which one?
Perception.
Alright, I'll do a investigation. Okay. 24.
So, the first things you see are the 3 elemental runes of air and the 3 elemental runes of water and the very large elemental rune of fire, all positioned in this crisscross pattern over the ceiling, floor, and walls.
I'm gonna do my best not to directly touch them, keeping close to the air one,
Okay.
and try to pass over.
All right. Make a let's make this an acrobatics check.
Right, acrobatics. Wait. All right, 16.
So you nimbly and deftly kind of step over and around and through as you pass over, and as soon as you get to the other side, you hear a pistachio drop behind you and hit the center fire rune as all of these elements collide and clash into this scissoring blades of fire, ice, and water just crisscrossing over each other, completely tearing through that entire center area where you just were.
Oh my gosh. That could have been us. Kosuke, don't drop anything.
Okay. As you see, Kosuke just pours the entire rest of the bag of pistachios into her mouth.
No. I suppose that works. Let's keep moving. Just scan to see if there's anything else in front of us and slowly make our way forward.
So you don't see anything else in front of you at all, except for the double doors at the end. As you get there, you see a inscription in the language of the Mon Teminar. Once again, you're not sure why it is that you know that that's what that is, but you do. As it says this: bring me fire, bring me air, bring me water.
Bring me fire, bring me air, and bring me water. See. I wonder if it means in a literal sense. Fire, air, and water.
No, Kosuke's never good at the puzzles, and Kosuke has a lot of time to talk right now with mouthfuls and pistachios.
I'm just thinking out loud here. All right, I suppose I'll start with I'll try to cast Gust.
As you cast Gust at it, you see one of the runes on there light up and a mechanism turn and click. As you see that one of the bars that's barring the door from opening lifts up.
All right, so that seems to work. And then I'll do the same with Firebolt.
And once again, one of the runes lights up, a mechanism turns, and and another bar lifts up.
And then for air.
Well, you already hit it with Gust.
Oh yeah, or air, fire, and then water. Trying to see if I water. Is the fire still going from Firebolt, or is it something that disappeared? Nothing caught on fire.
As soon as you hit the door with it, it disappeared, but the rune still is lit up.
Alright, I have frost. I suppose ice is a way of water, and I'll give frostbite a try and see if that works. And
As it touches it and hits it, you see that the last rune lights up, the mechanism turns, and the arm lifts as the doors creak open, basking you in sunlight.
woohoo!
As you look out over a large city, see that you are standing at the top of a flight of stairs leading down to this city. Like this is some part of it, but far away, but not disconnected. As you're looking down, you see these large stairs that kind of wind all the way down this, what you presume to be a mountain face. You can see a castle off in the distance. You can see a beautiful walled city with farmland all around. You can see mixed matched of clay and thatched ceilings. And you can also see, flying through the sky, far off in the distance, a very, very large bird. You only know it's large because the shadow that it's casting is covering what you would presume to be about 6 houses down below.
Ooh. Well, bigger creatures are definitely something I'm gonna have to get used to. Humongous bird. All right, Koska. Let's head into town. I'm getting familiar with the sights here, and I think I'd like to see things a little bit and kind of get a better view.
Yes. Well, this is the nation of Caldeath. It's a pretty nice place.
Oh, I like that. Pretty name.
Yeah. Caldeath's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Well, Koska wants to let you know too that the capital right here below us is Lubomier's.
What do you mean?
The name of the capital here.
Luma. Oh, alright. Miras.
Also, because it'll probably come up, Althea's last name was Dreocht. Safety. I think Kosuka's just gonna call you Althea when we're not just the two of us.
Yeah, that would probably be for the best if everyone's gonna think that I'm her.
Well, Kosuka feels bad for you because you have to use your legs and walk down all these stairs, but Kosuka's just gonna kind of float along.
She'll be alright.
As you look down the 6 miles of stairs going down, you kind of went splotchy again with your mic.
Right?
There
I
you
think
go.
I definitely might need a snack myself after we make it down this, and a drink for sure.
So the two of you start walking and kind of chit-chatting along as you're heading down. Pretty nice. What do you think you're doing in particular as you're heading down towards the city?
I've taken in the sights a bit, for sure. Trying to be careful going down the stairs. Combing through, trying to think of. Oh, okay. Think of exactly how big of a deal this is now. Althea seems to be kind of being a peacekeeper is definitely going to be a change of pace, and thinking might start a book and kind of that'll be something can create the story of our new adventure.
So you were kind of thinking about all this and walking down. Kosika's finally finishing all the pistachios that were in her mouth. And you are just walking along, and you see someone a little bit further down, just sitting off to the side, looking up at the giant bird, and just sort of keeping really quiet. You can see that he's very, very calm. He's got this long blue hair that kind of sits in the middle of his neck. Very sort of wavy and messy. And poking out from that blue hair are these long black horns. He's wearing a cloak with no sleeves, and the cloak is like this deep blue color. He's just sort of sitting there pensively, looking out, and kind of looks over his shoulder to see you walking down, as he looks a little bit shocked. Says, Lady Althea, an honor to see you. It's been quite some time.
Hello. What brings you out this way? Are you alright? I'm just kind of. Seems like you're just bit focused there.
No, my, for lack of a better term, siblings are, well, they're supposed to be meeting in Lumières later on, and even though I'm not part of the family anymore, I still want to be there.
Well, if you want to be there, I suppose you should. And if it won't cause too many issues, and if I can help you in any kind of way, let me know. Or if it's going to be a little bit of a travel, maybe just.
I just feel like maybe Serafina will do a better job than I did. I mean, she always was the more responsible one of the two.
Well,
I just kind of mess everything up that I touch.
changing things, if that's what you so desire. Small steps. Still want to see your family. That's a step in the right direction. I think maybe if you change.
I appreciate the kind words. I can accompany you down if you'd like. Are you heading into town?
Yeah, I was actually heading that way. I would appreciate the company.
Sure. I, Atsuiki, would be glad. As he stands up and straightens himself out, dusts off his cloak, and starts to walk down with you. So, who's your new friend here?
This is Kosika.
I'm Kosika. Hi.
Good to meet you, Kosika. Well, I hope the two of you are going to be staying for a little while. I mean, I'm sure that the king would be happy to see you. I mean, he presumed you died. It's been 17 years now.
I was a bit distracted, I suppose, and needed a reset, so that way I can try to refocus and recenter myself, but I didn't mean to worry anyone.
I'm sure that I can speak for everyone when we're all just glad you're okay. I don't know what this world would do without you, Althea.
Well, I'm glad, I guess, that you all think such of me. I'm glad to be of any help to anyone.
as the two of you, with Kosika slowly in tow, just kind of watching this unfold, you see that she's got her notebook out and just kind of writing away. As you two reach the end of the stairs, Atsuiki kind of looks behind to see. Oh, the last one's a bit of a big step as he holds his hand.
Oh, thank you. And grab his hand. We take the step down.
Well, I think that I'm probably going to head into the Darkpaw Inn and see if any of my siblings have arrived yet. And I presume you'll probably want to go check in with the cave.
Well, that would probably be best if he assumed I was dead. I wish you luck with your siblings.
And
Remember, keep your chin up. Don't think such harsh things on yourself. I'm sure you'll do great at whatever it is you do from here on in.
as he politely bows and excuses himself.
Uh-huh. Okay, Kusika's got that one. Okay, now to make a chart. Okay, least likely to most likely.
A chart. I'm working on something back there, Kosuka.
Just a story.
Alrighty then. I guess King 17 years, my goodness.
Oh, Kosuka should probably tell you more about the king and everything, huh?
If you wouldn't mind.
Okay, Kosuka can tell you that stuff. Okay. So, there's the king, and the king's married, and there's a queen, and there's a princess. Oh, you need more than that. Okay, okay. There's King Destin von Caldeth. He's pretty noble, strong warrior type, stoic and serious. And then you have the queen, and that would be Queen Egret von Caldeth. She's kind and nurturing, and, well, she's all around a really nice person. And then there's the princess. The princess is a bit of a troublemaker. And, yeah, that would be, Princess Anastasia von Caldeth.
Alright. Anastasia von Caldeth. The king. I suppose just walking in there wouldn't be the best idea. We should find a way to send them a note, let them know if we're okay, and request a meeting?
Kosuka thinks that makes sense. Ooh, over there! Kosuka sees a parchment and quill shop. They probably sell everything that we need.
Yeah, let's go there, and then I can write something out for them and get that sent off and grab something to eat and drink.
Kosuka's starving.
Oh, I'll get something for you as well. My treat for all your wonderful help, and an apology for freaking out on you when we first met.
That's okay. You weren't even supposed to see Kosuka, so it kind of makes sense.
All right, and make our way over there and try to see if I can get something to write.
You make your way over there and you head inside. You're able to scoop up a pretty easy transaction. You able to get all the necessary stuff to write up this letter, this note, for no more than 2 silver pieces, which, amongst all the other things that you found in in the dungeon, you found a fair bit of gold along all the other belongings. And you are able to grab everything you need and head out, and you see that there's a moment where you kind of come out and you see this really really buff looking guy with these big, thick blue arms in this really stocky appearance. Got a green beard and long green hair that kind of flows backwards, and then these green fin-like ears that poke out from his blue skin. As he kind of looks at you, and very shocked, says, "Ah, Lady Althea. It's a pleasure to see you again."
Pleasure.
I'm relieved to see you. His Majesty hasn't made anything aware of your return.
So I've heard. Everyone seems to think I've died for some reason. Been quite a while.
Well, Lady Althea, it has been 17 years.
That it has. I wasn't paying much attention, I guess, to how long exactly. I was just kind of isolating, clearing my mind.
Is everything okay, Lady Althea?
Yes, quite alright. I just figured it'd be best and for me to refocus and recenter myself to be able to help as much as I can. Or be effective.
Well, if there's anything I can do, you can feel free to let me know. You know the Outriders have always been supporters of you.
It's very much appreciated. Right now I'm just kind of letting everyone who thought I was dead, let them know I'm not. I'm just kind of sheepishly like, scratch behind her head. It's a bit embarrassing that much time has passed.
Well, I must say it's quite odd. You and I used to be the same age, and here you are looking the same, and, well, I'm as old as some of the seaweed at the bottom of the trenches. But, who knows? I don't know if you remember meeting my daughter, Akara, a very long time ago. Well, she now has a child, Electa. Looks about your age now.
I'm still a bit sleepy, I suppose. My memory's been a bit of an adventure. I'm a little tired, but I'm glad to hear that she's grown.
Quite a wild ride. Well, if you like, I could deliver any message you would like to His Majesty. I was just about to report, and, well, I was just about to report, and, well...
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind just delivering him a message that I've returned and I apologize for my long absence, and if you have need of me, I'm here.
I would gladly let His Majesty know. And if you do see Dell around, I'm sure that she'd be happy to see you as well.
Well, hopefully I managed to run into her. I'm gonna try to grab myself something to eat and drink a little bit, and I guess...
Of course. I don't mean to intrude, Lady Althea. My apologies.
None needed at all.
I will deliver this message of yours with haste, and may you have a blessed day.
You as well. Thank you.
As he bows and steps back and heads off towards the castle.
Wow! Kosaka! Chopped sushi?
Hmm?
Nothing. So, you want to get something to eat?
I definitely do. And then I'm gonna have to think being somebody else is a little confusing. Or not confusing, a bit of work.
Yeah. I think maybe reading through her notes might help.
Yeah, definitely need somewhere where we can sit down and do that. We seem to keep running into people that she knew.
I mean, you are, well, you really are popular.
She kind of looks around.
Ooh, you know it might be a good place. There's a fish and chip stall. Not too far away, and it's near a park. And it's got lots of benches, and it's pretty quiet over there. And I'm not saying that because I want fish and chips, but I do want fish and chips.
Fish and chips would be just fine. I think somewhere kind of quiet and not too overly populated would be a good start until I get a chance to read over these notes.
So you and your dear new friend Kosuka head off towards the fish and chip stall. You see a young, grubby-looking man with a tricorn hat on top of his head. Says, "Ah, yes, sir. What can Pete get you to eat?"
Can I get 2 orders of, well, what kind of fish do you have?
Well, we have cod, we have tilapia, and we have swordfish. We all ran out of dragonfish, though.
An order of cod for me. And Kosuka?
Kosuka, swordfish.
And 1 order of swordfish.
All right. That'll be 3 silver pieces for the both of ye. And also, it includes a free drink. You have your option of mango or coconut.
I'll do coconut for mine.
I gotta have mango.
All right. Well, here you are. Here's your food, and here's your drinks.
Right. Thank you, and I'll hand him the silver.
You have a fine day, and may the doll smile upon ye.
Thank you so much. You as well.
As he kind of heads back to work, as you and Kosuka grab a seat in the park, and see Kosuka is just kind of eating the food and looking around at the trees and the slowly setting sun as you're kind of pouring through all of these notes. A lot of information about all kinds of spells and spells that she was trying to invent, information about the lands and the people and their relationships with each other, information on different demons and serpents and gods and their interactions with each other. And very detailed accounts, like you almost feel like this book is to Althea as what all of that work in your computer was to you. You can't help but feel that same way right now as you're lost in learning from this book. It's not until you realize that you're straining your eyes to read that the sun is gone and Kosuka's sleeping on the park bench next to you, snoring very adorably. And you kind of look up just in time to see a bright flash of light from the center of the town. Rain starts to slowly fall as you hear,
The city's under attack! To the ramparts! To the defenses!